What is map pricing and why is it important? If you've been wondering, then be sure to smash that like button because I'm gonna go over that, exactly that, in this video. So in this video, this is gonna be a group of videos that I go over just different terms, phrases, terminologies in the drop shipping and e-commerce industry, where I can then use these videos to later use at the top of other videos as I'm explaining things. Be like, hey, if you don't know about map pricing, then check out my video up above. So that's the purpose of this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So what is map pricing? It stands for Minimum Advertised Pricing. It'll be right under there. And basically what it is the lowest price that you can advertise that item for from that manufacturer on your website. Does every manufacturer have map pricing? No. Do a lot of them? Yes. If you have a higher ticket manufacturer, higher priced items, a lot of them do implement map pricing, but there really is no rhyme or reason as to who does it and who doesn't do it. It's really just if the manufacturer wants to implement map pricing. So let's go into why would a supplier or a manufacturer, mainly a manufacturer, implement map pricing. The number one thing, I got my little list down here, that's why I'm looking down, is to not devalue their items. What happens all the time, especially on Amazon, is pricing wars. You know, somebody's undercutting the other person by a penny, going down, 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 down. And it really just leads to barely making any money and just devaluing the whole entire item. So at that point in time, oh, now, you know, the manufacturer is selling these goods to you and you're not even making money. Now nobody even wants to buy the items from them or even sell the items because now there's no profitability. So that's why, first off, a lot of manufacturers don't want their items sold on Amazon. If they do, they want to do it themselves. But secondly, it devalues the item, it devalues their brand, makes them look cheap. If they can implement a strategy such as MAP where they say, hey, you can't sell this item for less than this item for less than this, then everybody's on the same page, you know, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about customers coming and say, hey, I got it for this price here, yada, yada, yada. Doesn't matter. That's what MAP pricing, why a lot of manufacturers really like it, because it's going to not devalue their product. It's going to keep their brand, you know, to be just a trustworthy brand and keep the quality there. And a lot of people say, hey, if you're constantly running deals and discounts and there's people selling it at like at a huge discount rate, then you're probably not going to keep the brand integrity there. Why is this important as a drop shipper? Number one reason why it's important as a drop shipper is because, say, you know, sometimes people say, oh, I don't like MAP or whatever, because you could get in trouble. Maybe you're selling it on Amazon and you broke MAP and that company comes and like hits you with some form of a complaint or some sort of issue because you broke MAP. Yes, that could be an issue. But say you're on your Shopify store. Why would you want MAP pricing? And it's pretty much the same reason as to why manufacturers want MAP pricing. It's so that you can keep your price consistent and not have to worry about the competition undercutting you nonstop. If you have to sell the item at $1,000, then everybody else has to sell it at $1,000. You can go worry about other things. You can worry about your website. You can worry about trying to increase conversions. You can worry about your email marketing. You can spend time on a plethora of other things, relaxing, who knows, without having to worry about, oh, well, so-and-so, you know, I sold this item 5 times last month, but now so-and-so undercut me by $50. And now, you know, I'm not selling the item anymore. Now you got to worry about that. It's one less equation or piece of the puzzle that you don't have to worry about. And I will pop up examples right here of what map pricing looks like. So there'll be a little picture right here of what map pricing looks like. And as you can tell, most, if not all, are at the same price, people on this listing. Can you go above the listing? Yes, but it's minimum advertised price, which means that you don't want to go below that price. We got that. Why do brands like it? Why do sellers like it? Or why should they like it? So it's going to be good for both parties here. And what happens if you break it? Is it illegal? I get this question all the time. Is it illegal to break MAP pricing, or what happens? So no, it's not illegal. By like the laws in the United States, I'm going based off the US here, it's not illegal to sell any item at any price. You could buy that item for $1,000 and sell it for $40. I don't know why you would do it, but you know, there's no laws against it. You will not get legally in trouble unless maybe you sign some form of contract, and in that contract it says that you will get in trouble. And when you're signing up with these suppliers, it will say you need to follow the MAP policy, but most of the contracts will say that you're just going to get terminated. Like they're not going to sell to you anymore. So is it illegal? No, unless your contract with your supplier says that they're going to like take you to court or something. I haven't seen one that says that. They're mainly just gonna say, hey, you'll get like 1 warning, 2 warnings, 3rd warning, you're done. Do I see people that break MAP regularly? Yes, I've been on listings where Home Depot is breaking MAP. If you see somebody breaking MAP, you know, I'm not saying, they say snitches get stitches, but I'm not against snitching in that type of situation. Because if you're running ads to your Shopify store and somebody's breaking MAP, but you're following MAP, then you're just wasting money, because most likely somebody's just gonna go for the other person's item because they're breaking MAP and they're undercutting. Do people do it? Yes. I mean, is there times where there's mistakes and, oh, maybe they changed the MAP price, or you were off by some amount, or something changed? Yeah, that's fine. They usually will let you know, hey, the price of this item is going up. You know, you got 2 weeks to put it up to this price or down to this. Prices aren't going down, let's be honest. They're going up, and you know, you have 2 weeks to get to it and do it on time. Is there honest mistakes that happen? Yes, but for the most part, you shouldn't be messing up. They terminate their contract with you. Sure, big whoop. Well, if that's your best supplier, then that's a big issue. If it's not, then it's really not a big issue. But also, again, it's your reputation on the line here. You don't want, you know, to get bad reputation. If you're in a niche industry and maybe one supplier you broke MAP with, or you caused a bunch of issues, and I've had a friend that I know for a fact, you know, was just running this one supplier into the ground on Amazon. They was getting nonstop emails from them like, you're breaking MAP, you're breaking MAP, you're breaking MAP. He's like, screw you, I'm just gonna do whatever. And eventually they just like terminated his account with them. Say that his account was mainly based on that niche or whatever, and they're going to like trade shows, then they're gonna be like, wow, this one dude really sucks over here. I wouldn't have a contract with him. He's a terrible person to deal with. Is the likelihood high that there's gonna be like talk or something about what you do or anything like that? Probably not, but if you're in a more very niche industry, then there is a possibility. So what are ways to get around MAP policy, MAP pricing? Because I know a lot of people also like to ask that. Number one thing is this minimum advertised price. Advertised, that's what has to be on your website. It shows on your website right there. You can say, hey, item was $1,500 and now it's marked down, but that markdown price still has to be the MAP price. If you're following the rules, that's pretty much what every supplier will say. But the number one way to get around it is that is what advertised means, but non-advertised is different. So one way that people do it is that, or bigger retailers that I know will do it, is that they will have you make an account. And when you make an account and you log in, then you will get account-based or login-based prices. That can be lower than MAP because that's not advertised price, because now you're inside of the portal. And once you make that account, then the price will be lower. If you're gonna run your own Shopify store, that's probably not how you're gonna do it. One way that you're gonna do it is probably when somebody calls you. If somebody calls you or messages you on your live chat, then at that point in time, you can offer them a coupon. And usually the MAP price is pretty much priced to have a good margin or a decent margin. So you don't want to say, hey, like, I'll just give you $200 off or whatever, but you can offer them some form of a discount. It's not advertised. They call you and then maybe they're asking questions. And then you say, hey, like, you know, if you buy now, I can give you this percentage off or this amount of dollars off or whatever. That's perfectly fine. Some suppliers do say like you can't even have discount codes or coupons on your website for our items. I've seen it a few times. I haven't seen it for very many suppliers, but that's pretty much the number one way to get around it. So just to recap, why do suppliers like it? It doesn't devalue their products, doesn't cause price wars, doesn't cause any issues, and really keeps the integrity and value of their brand as high as possible, makes them look good. Why is it important, or why would you like it as a drop shipper or somebody selling the items on your own store? It's mainly so you don't have to worry about other people undercutting you nonstop, or pricing wars, or maybe this item was selling very well, now it's undercut to the point where you're making no money on it, and now you gotta go find other ones. It keeps you constant and being able to focus on other things other than just price competitiveness. Thirdly, is it illegal? No, it's usually not. You're not gonna get in any trouble, but they will usually deactivate your account, not sell to you anymore, and then you lose that supplier and possibly taint your own reputation and your own brand. And how do you get around it? You're gonna get around it by either, you know, when you're talking to them on the phone, if they log into the account, it's probably not what you're gonna do. If they hit you up on live chat, any type of little coupon or something that, as long as they allow it, that could go out to through your marketing or email campaigns, that's all perfectly fine. Usually just look at every single supplier. You should know the ins and outs of every single supplier that you're dealing with and make sure that they're all good, or you're at least following all of the rules for them. So hopefully this video was helpful. If you ever wondered what MAP pricing is, that's pretty much that. If I missed something, let me know. I don't really think I did, but maybe I did something that was important. Let me know down below if this was informative. Let me know as well. I would appreciate it. I'm gonna be making more types of videos like this. It's my first one in a while. I've been sick for a bit as well, but thank you for staying until the end. Oh, also, I will be putting out a free Shopify training coming out soon in the beginning of 2022, just for you guys. So that's about that. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.